I've been to Israel twice, once in 2019 when it was jam-packed with tourists, and once earlier this year when it was completely empty. Now, when I go to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre or to the Temple Mount, I prefer empty. Empty is good. I'm not crazy about crowds. So I can say if you're planning to take a trip to Israel at some point in your life, this is a really good time to take that trip. People think it's a bad time because of rockets and such. But if you want to explore different sites that you read about in the Bible, now is the best time to do it because there's no one at these sites. They're empty. No crowds, no tourists. But there's a downside to the absence of crowds. Many small businesses in Israel, especially what we in the U.S. would call mom and pop shops, depend on tourism. This past February, AP and I walked into a store which was in the best possible location in Jerusalem, and we were the only customers who came into the store that day. Tourism is pretty dead right now. But again, there are family businesses that depend on tourism. There are families that make the jewelry, sell the jewelry, they do it all. It's how they survive. So one day, October 6th, let's say, the family jewelry business is booming. The next day, there's a huge attack, then there's a war, rockets are being shot out of the sky, and no one is showing up to buy any jewelry for a long time. If that store is your livelihood and no one comes into your store, how do you buy food? That's the situation for a lot of small businesses in Israel. And by the way, that's all part of the plan for the jihadis who start these wars. We always focus on the particular attacks and then we forget about them after a while. But the attacks are part of a long-term strategy. They're not just meant to spread fear for a few days. They're meant to destabilize communities and weaken economies. Jihadis are willing to take loss after loss after loss if it helps them reach a goal 50 or 100 years down the road. Fortunately, there's a really easy way you can help small businesses that have been struggling in Israel while simultaneously throwing a monkey wrench into the long-term plans of jihadis. AP was asking about ways to help while we were there. And recently we were contacted about a company that's helping a lot of these mom and pop shops in Israel right now. The company comes up with a new theme every few months. They gather products around that theme from small businesses and charities in places like Jerusalem and Nazareth and Bethlehem, and they send everything to you in a box. Some of the shops that contribute items have said that if they hadn't been able to send out products in these boxes, they would have gone out of business this past year. But let's open one and see what they sent me. This is an Artza box. Booklet on top. I'm going to pause to read this. So the booklet gives an introduction to the theme of the latest box. It describes some important archaeological sites like the Qumran caves and the pools of Bethesda. It tells you about the items in the box and who makes them. There's a recipe for red lentil stew because the box comes with the red lentil stew spice mix. Even has a little Hebrew tutorial. Hey, Artza box, if you're watching this because a bunch of my friends just ordered your boxes, I have a suggestion. When you have a Hebrew tutorial, it would be cool to include a link to your website where we can hear someone pronouncing the words. Very helpful for people who like to hear exactly how the words are pronounced. All right, let's see what's in here. Red lentil spice mix made by a farmer on the shores of the Sea of Galilee. Bottle of anointing oil, frankincense and myrrh. Got a pack of spiced roasted cashews. I had to open this pack, but this is a pack of prayer notes with Bible verses on them. Here's a mosaic pillowcase portraying the miracle of the fish and loaves. We've got a wax stamp with an image of an ancient coin on it. This is a little inkwell. It's a replica of the inkwells found in the Qumran caves where the Dead Sea Scrolls are found. And we have a kit for building a wooden model of the Ark of the Covenant. According to the description, this kit is made by Touchwood Design in Jerusalem. The company creates employment opportunities for individuals with special needs, at-risk youth, and soldiers coping with PTSD. Going to let my youngest kid do the assembly. This is the assembled wooden model of the Ark of the Covenant. I've got a resting place for it right here. So that's an Artza box. Again, they change the boxes every few months. You can sign up to receive a box quarterly, 4 times per year. You can cancel anytime. If you'd like some interesting items from the Holy Land, definitely sign up. If you want to get someone a present, maybe for Christmas, get them an Artza box. They have holiday-themed boxes. You get cool stuff, and you're supporting good causes during difficult times, and you're helping thwart some long-term plans of jihadis. The link to the website is in the description box. Use the promo code DIZZLE to get a discount and to let them know who sent you.